Hey everybody, this is Nir Bashan, author of The Creator Mindset, a McGraw-Hill book. I am so happy to have David Cutler here, who wrote a book called The Game of Innovation. And this is one of the most beautiful books I have ever seen McGraw-Hill professional release. I mean, every single page has something cool and fun and exciting going on. David, welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's so great to chat with you, Nir.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So, David, why The Game of Innovation? Why this book and why now?
You know, for a long time, I've been working with organizations of all different kinds of sectors and the likes, but they share one thing in common, which was they have a problem to solve. Maybe they got to change something, and change is hard. So what I often will do is I'll go in and I'll design and facilitate what I call an innovation game, a process where they often are working on multiple teams and ultimately come up with some kind of spectacular solution to a problem. Sometimes they'll compete for adoption, or we'll fuse parts of those different ideas together and the likes. A lot of what we do is our own methodology. And so we've been really focused on innovating the process of innovation. So people were asking, well, where can we learn more about this? So we decided to put it in a book.
I love it. It sounds really great, but sometimes people say, you know, innovation, that's not for me. That's for an artist.
Yeah. It's been interesting because all these terms are really loaded, and some people say, oh, well, I don't have to innovate, right? But what I think people understand is what they might have to do is solve a problem, right? That some challenge is facing them. Maybe they need to make more money, or have more customers, or increase the impact they're making, or generate more votes, or something like that. That's my definition of innovation. It's about extraordinary problem solving.
Super cool. You talk in the book about unlocking wow innovation. Is that something that anybody can do?
Well, I believe that it is, but it requires a really good process. You know, some communities, of course, are opposed to innovation, right? They just like closed it down, and we're going to always do what we did before. But there are others that say, you know, take off the shackles. Let's let our imaginations roam wild. There are no rules. And it turns out that the path to everywhere leads to surprisingly few destinations. If you want to get to true wow innovation, it's so important to have a very clearly designed process that has constraints embedded within it that will force the people trying to solve the problem to think in different and novel ways.
Super cool. My guest again today is David Cutler. His book is called The Game of Innovation, and this book is looking to help embed innovation into any organization. David, my last question to you is, how does this book help us become more creative?
Well, you know, so much of the time when folks want to solve problems, they start throwing out answers. They start looking to solutions. What this book focuses on first is, how do you create a process for getting there? And that's what innovative companies and individuals are so much better at than folks that are just throwing stuff out. To really figure out, before we think of any solution, what are the steps that we would have to walk through? What is the journey we're going to take to deliver us somewhere extraordinary? And so our approach is we call it a GAME, which is an acronym. It stands for Guidelines, Arena, Materials, and Experience. It's very flexible, but it gives you lots and lots of tools for approaching problems in all kinds of creative ways.
Love it. The Game of Innovation, a new McGraw-Hill release by David Cutler. Do yourself a favor, go out and pick up a copy of this book. I'm sure you will love it. David, thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, thanks so much. It's great to chat with you.